Okay, Wizcon 2012 or Wizard World Chicago 2012. As you can tell, I had two different VIP badges. The main purpose for me to go in this one was definitely to meet Stan Lee, who is going to turn 90 this year, as well as to meet CM Punk. So I got there Thursday. Thursday they mentioned there was going to be either an autograph signing or a photo op with Stan Lee. We didn't find out until later that, oh yeah, Stan Lee's not here, problem with his flight. Nobody really said anything about that. They also had an email that they were supposed to let VIPs in 2 hours early. Found out later that, yeah, VIPs got in a half an hour early. The 10 o'clock email was entirely wrong. And then for the Friday, they had mentioned there's a Stan Lee VIP signing from 10 to noon. Of course, we get there at 9:30 in the morning. So we had to leave this area at about 8. So it's me, buddy of mine, his wife, and like his 2-year-old kid who was sick. So we had to stand in line for about 3 hours, well actually about 2 hours to be let in, then go stand in line for another like hour and a half to meet Stan Lee. And it was great to meet Stan Lee. You know, I got my my first appearance of Thanos signed, and it was really good. He's very much hard of hearing, and we were pretty much told you can't handshake, fist bump, or even like touch him. So pretty much someone said something to him, he signed it, next person. So it was still really cool to meet him. And then later on that evening, I got to do the photo op. So, I'm gonna grab one of my props over here. So if you saw a guy in a green shirt with a cosmic cube that had a blue glow to it, the flash took out the glow. That was me. You also kind of make out that I also got on 2 lantern rings at the same time. And when I go walk into the little booth for that, Stanley stopped and he goes, "Ooh, that cosmic cube," in his heavy kind of, like New York accent. And that was actually really cool. You know, when it came to the artists I was there to see, Perez, probably the happiest man alive. It's kind of a good old-fashioned Thanos sketch. I actually got to wear the Infinity Gauntlet to show him in case he needed, a reference point for it. And that was really cool. Got to have him sign some of my vines. That was great, And if you were a VIP, depending on the badge you had, one VIP badge had free lithographs on it. So I did get some free lithographs even though I didn't have that VIP badge. Because most of them kind of went, I didn't pay for them anyways, and then you get some free lithos. That was kind of cool. Artist Alley was designed entirely different. In the past they always had, you would walk in, your entrance and exit was the same location. You'd walk in, there's all your celebrities. If you go this way, there's more vendors. And then as you'd go farther away, you'd run to the Artist Alley. This time, Artist Alley was kind of like the whole back of it. And they had moved gaming, which used to be a corner section, to the second floor. So they had a lot more space. You actually could maneuver around, and that was really good. When it came to there being problems of, okay, we have a photo op. Yeah. Where do we stand at? How we do the lineups for that? The photo ops being done by celeb photo ops actually did things an entirely different way, and there were a lot more control, and it actually made sense with that. But anything Wizard could do they could make a mistake with, they made mistakes with. The Stan Lee thing alone, my buddy complained for the better part of an hour or two, either volunteers, black shirts, white shirts, and he was like, and there's probably at least 100 people in line who got there super early thinking that from 10 to 12 they get the Stan Lee autograph knocked out, and then the rest of the day themselves, only to find out, yeah, he's not going to be here till about a little afternoon. So Thursday was some autographs, Friday was pretty much Stan Lee. Also, if you went there on Thursday, beyond Cleve and Constance Hall, no celebrities showed up. If you weren't even there on Friday. And then of course, Saturday was entirely devoted just to CM Punk. So in the morning, got to do the photo with him, lovely wife, and it was pretty cool. He did like, "How's it going, champ?" Now with the photo ops that they did, it was kind of go there, stand on the X, photo. If you didn't take photo, all right, next. So you had every bit of stand there, how's it going? Photo, next. So you didn't really get an awful lot of great communication there. And then it was pretty much go from that line to stand in the other line for the VIP autograph section. They had capped that off before he started signing for VIPs. This badge was like, I think 100 and something, like 150. So some VIPs actually had to wait a half an hour to come back to go into the VIP line. And again with that, it was, what do you want signed, what do you want it to say, put a post-it note where you want it signed. And pretty much it would slide in front of him, slide in front of him. So you got maybe a blurb you could say to him. For a moment he actually stopped and he tuned on his like a little iPad because he wanted to have some music playing. And the person in front of me asked him, I heard there's some sort of secret on your DVD. And he asked, what's the secret? And he goes, what do you mean? There's some secret on your DVD. What is it? You'll have to buy the DVD. And then it came up to me. Last year he was supposed to feud with Kevin Nash, so I flat out asked him if you could carry Kevin Nash in a match. And he stopped, he finished signing, he looked up and he gave me one of these. Almost kind of like, what sort of answer would you want for that? He didn't say anything, but gave me one of those looks. I thought that was just absolutely priceless. Of course, with Nash being there, and he had no line. At the same time, Nash was doing another one of those bashing the smaller guys. So those are actually probably some of the highlights were that. But pretty much all of Saturday was that, and then meet Perez again to get some more stuff signed. And two other quick things to go over. They did have Avengers colognes that all smelled kind of horrible. I mean, the Hulk, which was called Smash, smelled very fruity and citrusy, like Hulk was attacking Florida and smashing an orange grove. Really smart idea though to have like a scratch and smell sticker that you can put on somebody. If you've ever been to a comic convention, a lot of them smell pretty bad, so pretty smart idea. And then one last thing to go over. The latest issue of the Samurnauts came out. Now, if you have any idea what this is done by the Unshaven Comics group, unshavencomics-online.com or Facebook/unshavencomics. The idea behind this is, it's kind of like a Power Rangers riff, but they're trained by an immortal kung fu monkey, and in this one they actually take on zombie pirates. One of which actually ends up being in the future. So it deals with both the current team fighting them, and then going back into the past to describe a lot more of, where the dreadnoughts came from. Very good. Very good piece of artwork. If you happen to go see them at a convention, they might still do Wheel of Lanterns for the rest of the year. Pick a character. Matt Wright can make it for you. He did a very good job, and as always, try to support independent comics. And with that, it wasn't a bad convention. I was only there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wizards still, if they can make a mistake with something, they seem to, and they do not want to own up to it. They sent out that email about showing up early, like Thursday of last week. So Thursday before the convention. If they had known there was an issue, it wouldn't have been difficult to have sent out another email to have just clarified it. It would have been super easy to have done that. Instead, they kind of jerked around a lot of people. So, like I normally say, last year was going to be my last year, but they had people who were actually worth going to go see. And they'll need something really special next year, or I'll probably actually be able to cross this convention off my list.